culinary competition, the winner of Top Chef 21 has been crowned. Danny, you are Top Chef. Our crew is cheering for our winner, but also because after months of production, we finally get to go home. In a sweet ending, a dessert put our winner over the edge. So I've invited season 12 winner, Mei Lin.
We're probably gonna wanna see this.
To remake Danny's melon sorbet and avocado yogurt with candied seaweed. This is The Dish with Kish. Come on in. Oh, Hi, friend again. Hi. I missed you.
I missed you too.
It's been a few weeks since I've seen you. I know you have experience with perfect desserts on Top Chef, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
This was the best dessert I've ever had on Top Chef, period. And I would say it's one of the best desserts I've ever had in my life.
If I could honestly think of anybody to recreate Danny's finale dessert, it would be you. It is full of technique, it's creative, it's clever. It was perfect. So culinary producers got the recipe from Danny, prepped it out so you could execute it all.
Yep, it's a melon sorbet. Toasted cashews, I believe. We have a lot of things here.
Oh my God. Avocado, yogurt, citric acid, glucose, melon juice, gelatin, dulse, cashews. It's actually, you know what, when you look at it, it's not really that many ingredients. The way Danny's dessert was composed was the first thing at the base of his bowl was this avocado puree. And then he had this perfectly crisped and candied seaweed sprinkled around. And then he had melon sorbet. And then he took a stamp and pressed it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's gonna take the most time is the candied seaweed, because we have to candy it and then we have to dehydrate it. Sugar and water, that's how we're gonna candy the seaweed. You don't wanna cook it too much. I just want to absorb all of that sugar, water, that syrup into the seaweed. All right, I mean, like that took no time. I just want to just kind of move it around a little bit so it can fry.
Yeah. So Emerald was our guest judge for the finale.
Oh, wow.
I know it's a big moment, obviously, for Dan, Savannah, and Danny, but also leading into the moment where I get to say for the first time, you are Top Chef, was like a really exciting time. That sitting next to Emerald.
He's put a lot of thought into what he's trying to put on the plate. That's a sign of a great chef.
It was really fantastic.
It's true.
He was not only the person that sent me into like Top Chef Seattle.
One of the best soups that I've had in a long time.
Thank you, Chef. He was also at my finale.
Oh, wow.
I just love the simplicity of what you did with it. And you didn't overcomplicate it. It was absolutely delicious, Kristen.
Thank you. So then to kind of be sitting there with him in like this next phase it was really special. I do remember delivering to Danny, you are Top Chef, and I definitely teared up. Danny, you are Top Chef.
And it's really emotional because, I mean, you were along that journey with them.
Yeah.
I know, oh my God. Already crying like a baby.
And like, we know what it feels like to be told you are Top Chef. Like, it is a huge moment. You're standing there and you are waiting after months and months of time, energy, lack of sleep. You come to that moment where it's finally here.
Kristen.
Kristen, you are Top Chef!
So when you heard Padma say, Mei, you are Top Chef, what went through your brain?
Honestly, disbelief. And I'm like, wait, what? I knew I had some winners, but I just didn't know. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what to compare it with because I didn't eat Gregory's menu. I didn't know what an amazing chef he is.
So Michigan has 2 Top Chef winners.
They produced us.
Yay for us.
So let's see. Right here we have the gelatin mixture. We're making marshmallow.
Oh, okay.
And we want to just let this bloom.
So in order to incorporate gelatin, you have to soften it to then melt it, to then add it into whatever you're going to use it for.
I'm gonna start the mixer. So this is the water, sugar, and glucose.
And so putting this then into the gelatin sugar mixture is how you make marshmallow.
Exactly. I'm just gonna stream this in. Let that air do the work. All right, we have some yogurt in here. Yeah. A little bit of olive oil.
I'm excited for you to taste his dessert.
Me
and hear
too.
what
I'm
you have to
super
think.
excited.
Yeah. You've known Danny.
I've known Danny.
Yeah.
Yes, for a while. I'm actually really great friends with his wife, who is a pastry chef. So
Do you think she had any hand
She
in helping?
definitely had a hand in this, for sure. No, I'm just kidding. I know that she actually was very reluctant on the candied seaweed part.
Was she?
Yeah, but it's a savory chef's thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's
And it was really the thing that got the table talking the most.
Danny's dessert was absolutely beautiful. I think that candied seaweed is a little work of genius.
I mean, like, this is the star right here.
They brought the element of the sea so beautifully.
Out of everything that we did have today, it was my favorite dish.
So I'm actually gonna make the sorbet base in the Vitamix as well. So let's do 200 grams of marshmallow.
I had no idea this is how it was done.
Adding marshmallow into a sorbet really, one, stabilizes it, and two, adds a nice mouthfeel so it doesn't get too icy. All right, so I'm gonna make the sorbet. I want this on the lowest setting possible, and I'm just gonna slowly stream in some liquid nitrogen. If you didn't have liquid nitrogen, obviously, because it's pretty hard to get, I would use an ice cream maker.
So there's only a select group of people throughout the seasons of Top Chef that have really gotten to plan their finale meal. You make it to the finals, that is one of the very first things you start thinking of. And I thought it would be kind of fun to talk to some of them, hear how they came up with their final meal.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
You're about to cook the most important meal of your life.
The best meal of your life.
The meal of your lives.
The Top Chef finale is the hardest day of your life. You can't misstep ingredients. You really have to have a solid game plan.
But it has to be something that means something to you.
I think I blocked a little out of memory. It was very stressful.
You're gonna salt and pepper them, and then you're gonna roll them so it gets a nicer shape. The guest judges, like even just one of them coming to your restaurant, you would be yourself.
That was probably the most stressful situation I've ever been in my life.
Today I wanted to embrace the ingredients that are around us. This menu is an all-new menu for me. Every single course is based on Mexican ingredients and Mexican flavors.
There's a tension in the air. This is their whole career, coming down to a couple plates of food.
It was like a really, really tough crowd.
The thought process with the finale menus is always thinking about not just only good, tasty food, but what do I want to represent? I do represent parts of the world, just not one part, so every single dish is going to be representing those parts. I reside in America right now, so the first course gets inspired by New England clam chowder.
The dish I was most worried about was my dessert. I've always cooked pastry and savory, but something about the dessert just wasn't really coming together, and I could feel it.
This is it, meal of a lifetime.
Maybe I should have cut my cake earlier to see if it worked.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
I'm not feeling super confident about the dessert, but in actuality, I'm not a big cheesecake person. So I hope that everything I put into this is enough.
Bringing down some pasilla chilies. Mole is really not traditionally served with beef short ribs, but we're gonna mix it up a bit today.
I was really proud of myself.
If I was to do the finale over again,
Woo!
we are done. I wouldn't change a thing because I won.
I'm definitely using that whole marshmallow sorbet situation.
Careful, it's cold. All right, so here we go. In this canister, we have some heavy cream, some condensed milk, and milk.
The disc is the condensed milk. The sorbet is just the sorbet in the bowl. Wow,
Yes.
I have a great memory.
This is probably my all-time favorite tool. It's fun.
I wonder how many people are gonna do this at home.
I hope a bunch.
I hope so. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm just gonna go see Danny at his restaurant.
Yes, yes.
So on Top Chef, it is always important to heat up your vessels for hot food and chill your vessels for cold food.
So this is the seaweed. The way that we just kind of pressed everything together, we're kind of making a tuile.
It looks like a lobster.
Oh my God, I totally done. We have the avocado puree on the bottom. We have the melon sorbet on top of that. We're just gonna place some of the toasted cashews around and seaweed. We're gonna finish with this disc.
Steph, beauty plates.
Coming.
It's gonna melt real fast.
May I?
Whatever you want.
This one's great.
Let's eat.
All right.
Oh my God. The texture is everything. And I remember on his dish, the texture was everything. The flavors all go really well together. They're all kind of mirroring slightly off of one another. It's all really silky and luscious and velvety. I think the texture helps carry everything through, and it like creates this wholeness. And then the seaweed and the cashews.
Honestly, I think the seaweed and the cashews make it.
Yeah.
The balance of the sweetness of the sorbet with the acid from the avocado, that for me just hit.
Well, I think there are very few people that I would have wanted and would have trusted to recreate Danny's finale dessert, because it was truly something special.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you for watching season 21 of Top Chef and for joining me here on The Dish with Kish. I'll see you next season.
Cut!
Oh, I was waiting.
We're just waiting on
Well, Top Chef 21 has bet you.